Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Thursday. Can you believe today is the 26th of May? It's National Paper Airplane Day. Have you ever made a big paper airplane?
Not a real big one, no.
The biggest paper airplane I ever made. I tried to make one out of newspaper, but it was really flimsy because that's not
very strong paper.
Yeah, it's not strong enough. So, but I had like 6 layers of newspaper. We had all taped together. We made a big paper airplane, and it flew just like a small one, but not as good. So, today is also National Blueberry Cheesecake Day.
Yum.
We should celebrate that one instead. And it is a Thursday. We have a Dear John letter today, and I posted this Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't know, earlier this week on our Facebook page, so you can chime in if you'd like. The Dear John letter, we'll go through the whole thing here in a bit, but it's a lady whose daughter, she and her daughter had a conversation about getting a cell phone. She said, no, you're not ready for a cell phone. Then she spends the weekend with grandma and comes home with a cell phone. Yeah. How do you deal with this? So if you'd like to chime in, you can do that at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. When people say they plan to relax, Heidi, it turns out they really mean they're going to watch TV.
And play on their phones.
That could be. According to a new poll, most of us see the television as their number one chill-out method ahead of others that might seem more obvious, like walking, meditation, taking a bubble bath. Recent poll of 2,000 plus people concluded 55% of American adults use comfort television and movies to self-soothe and distract them from anxiety and stress. Turns out that's not such a bad idea. Dr. Natalie King, a brain health expert and neuroscientist who worked on the report, said, watching your favorite TV series can encourage the release of dopamine, which actually creates a sense of euphoria. Dopamine essentially says to the brain, hey, you're enjoying this, so keep it up. So
Very
it kind of
cool.
takes you to your happy place is what it does.
Love my happy place.
Do you have something that's like a go-to movie or whatever to watch it if you just, I need to be in a good mood now?
The Burbs.
Yeah, that's pretty good. For me, it's watching stand-up comedy. I just love comedy, so that's my thing. Or spending time with my wife.
Right, nice save.
That's what my real number one answer should have been. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by radiotravelgroup.com. Heidi, did you know? Cats. You gotta love them. Even though we mostly associate a pet's skill of recognizing its own name with dogs, it's been proven that cats are pretty doggone good at it too. Or pretty cat good at it. I don't know. Hey, that's not where it stops. Our funny little felines. In a new study, scientists in Japan discovered that in addition to knowing their own names, cats appear to recognize the names of other cats that they know. And they may also know the names of other people who live in the same household.
Our dog definitely recognizes the name of other animals that she knows.
Our dog knows her name, Cassie, but then our daughter has a dog. Is our dog right around here somewhere? If I say that name, is she going to freak out?
She is right around here.
So her name, we'll just see what happens. Her name is Lucy. So if you say, hey, it's Lucy, Cassie usually freaks out. Is she not? She must not be.
She must be in the sunroom.
Yeah, because usually when I just say the word Lucy, she goes nuts because she loves playing with our daughter's dog, Lucy. So anyway, cats, dogs, you got to love them. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com. Jimmy Kimmel has tested positive for COVID again. This revealed recently that he still has the virus after sharing earlier this month that he had the virus. He wrote on Twitter, I'm such a positive person. I tested positive again. I feel like we already did this story, but I think this was from the last time.
I don't know if we talked about it or if we had read it already and didn't talk about it on the radio.
Even before a single scene of Top Gun Maverick was unspooled at the Cannes Film Festival, festival goers made it clear that they think Tom Cruise is magnifique. He received thunderous ovation after just walking in. So anyway,
that's super.
Movie opens the 27th. When is that? Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow is when the movie opens officially. And Dan Rather has been in the broadcasting world for 6 decades. 1981 to 2005 is how long he's been the CBS evening news anchor. He was there for a long time. Anyway, he received a Peabody Career Achievement Award.
That's nice.
Hats off to you. That is Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. By now you've probably seen these foldable smartphone screens that manufacturers are making, LG, Samsung, Microsoft. You might think of them as an engineering marvel, allowing for a screen twice the size of a phone, and then you fold it in half.
I've seen them. They're fantastic.
But until now, most foldables have only bent in one direction, either inward or outward. But last week, LG showed off an 8-inch screen that claims to allow users to fold the phone along a full 360-degree axis, so it can fold both ways. The flexible display could help making folding smartphones more versatile without the need for extra screens in what LG is calling a comfortable and cutting-edge user experience. Company says the screen is now capable of withstanding 200,000 folds, which for me would be like a weekend. Okay, maybe not. Before they show any signs of wear. No word yet on when this will become available to people. It shows the company right now is working on a bunch of different things, and this is just one of the many things, so who knows when that's coming out.
All right.
And a company in the UK has scrapped their unlimited holiday plan. Why? The recruiting firm decided to do away with this policy where employees could take as many vacation days as they like because under this new plan, staff was actually taking fewer days off.
Oh.
That seems odd, doesn't it?
It really does.
Ollie Scott, the founder of Unknown, said in a LinkedIn post, no one took more than 21 days in a year. So the company will move forward to a more traditional system where employees are entitled to 32 paid days of vacation. She wrote, the problem may have been that workers felt guilty about taking off time under this policy, or as she put it, a general anxiety of, but like actually how much can I take? ? In the UK, where they're
if it's
based,
not spelled out,
most employees are entitled to 28 paid days off, and these guys said unlimited, and they were only taking 21 days, which is kind of odd. That is Scoop of the Day. Comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
And it's time right now for Dear John Letters.
Dear John, Dear John.
All right, I got a Dear John letter here that I bet some folks are probably going to want to chime in because I'll bet there are people who can relate to this type of thing. So first of all, let's read the letter, then we're going to chat amongst ourselves. Here we go. Dear John, my daughter is almost 9. She asked for a cell phone, and I told her no. Recently, she spent the weekend with my mother-in-law and came home with a cell phone.
Oh, boy.
Her grandma said she would pay for the phone, but that's not the point. I said she's not ready for a phone, but my mother-in-law decided on her own to get my daughter a phone anyway. Yeah. What is the right thing to do? I was venting to my own mother about it, and she said that it was kind of a nice thing for her to do that, but she also agreed that there probably should have been a conversation before that happened. What do I do? Signed, phone problems. First of all, I'm going to say, I don't think you've got phone problems. I think you've got relationship problems and communication problems more than anything else. What do you think?
I think there are certain places where the sun doesn't shine, and that's exactly where that phone belongs. And maybe you should make a visit to your mother-in-law.
I don't think you do that. I think maybe
that is inappropriate.
Maybe what you do is just, first of all, say, hey, thank you. It was very kind of you to do that. But maybe what you didn't know is we already had this discussion, and we just talked about the fact that she wasn't ready. So don't be surprised if there's not a lot of usage on this phone right away, because it's going to be very, very minimally used. She can use it to call you. She can use it to do a few things, but for the most part, we're going to just have it turned off and in
But
a drawer.
Grandma needs to know her place.
Yeah,
Grandma needs to know this is not your decision. This is our decision as a family, and you don't get to make those calls.
I think the way you just said it sounded really rude. It's not like put her in her place. I think that you have the conversation. Here's the question that I have that it doesn't say in this letter, because she refers to her as her mother-in-law, and then she talks about the fact that she talked to her own mother about it, but there's no words in here anywhere about the son or her husband or the kid's dad. So I don't know where he stands on all of this, because if you guys are still together, you want to make sure the two of you are on the same page.
But
I would have
he
him
should be the one talking to
involved
his
in this conversation. And again, I have no idea. That's not part of the letter.
Totally inappropriate.
I think it's nice that Grandma is wanting to help. If Grandma was going, hey, I want to do this because you can't afford it. But if that's not the problem, it's not that I can't afford it.
If Grandma wanted to help, she should have first called the mother and father to make sure that something like this was even acceptable.
It's like, hey, we're talking about it, and I'd like to be able to call and chat with her. And, I want my granddaughter to be able to send me messages and videos. And all. I can see why she would want to do that. That would be really, really cool. But make sure everybody's in agreement, because, she might be going, okay, this kid's 9. She's not quite, she's not even. She's almost 9. She's 8. She's not ready for that yet. And everybody's going to be a little bit different. So I don't know if, again, there's a lot of stuff we don't know because the letter doesn't say everything. But here's what I would do. If it were me, I would have a really quick conversation with your daughter that, hey, I'm going to be talking to Grandma about this. You're going to get to use it a little bit, but not a whole lot. And I understand that, now that just made me look like the bad guy, which is not fun. But you got to be the adult. You got to be mom.
Totally inappropriate.
Yeah, you got to be mom before you get to be friend. And Grandma kind of stepped over the boundary and said, hey, I'm going to be friend.
Without a doubt.
I'm going to be Grandma. And, but again, it's kind of what Grandmas like to do is give their...
No, but you can't.
I know, but I'm just saying Grandmas like to give things to their grandkids. I get that. So I don't even know if she realized that what she did was stepping over the line, but I would have that conversation with her and explain, hey, we're going to have the phone turned off quite a bit. We've got to ease her into this. Here are the concerns. Here are the reasons I didn't want her to have a phone right now. And here's the thing you got to remember. It's a great big world out there. And kids as young as 8 years old is how young this kid is, going to be 9 soon. Being able to use a telephone to access that entire giant world out there, and that entire giant world can access them, that is really scary.
And that's why you need to tell your mother-in-law to mind her own business.
And I don't know, what do you think is the right age for a person to have a phone? Because when we were kids, that wasn't even a thing.
Every family is different.
Yeah.
And if this particular family decided that 8-year-olds are not the right age, then that's the way it is. If
you would like to chime in with some advice, you're certainly welcome to do that. We've posted this, I think it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know, earlier this week on our Facebook page. And there's some other great advice on there. I try not to read that advice before I answer because I don't want that advice to sway my answer, because then I'm literally just stealing your advice. But I love the advice, and I always go on there and look, and I'm like, oh, that was way better than what I said. Usually is, by the way. You can find it at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
To ensure viewers became fully immersed in the show's fantasy world, Game of Thrones producers enlisted a linguist to create 9 separate languages for the series.
Really?
So they had 9 actual full languages created just for that series. That's pretty crazy. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There are 177,147 different ways to tie a necktie. Although my favorite has to be one that a gentleman wore to a job interview with us. It was literally tied in a knot.
It was just a knot.
And then it was like poking out the side and tucked in his collar. And Heidi had to leave the room because she couldn't quit looking at it. She was like smirking. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
99% of Finns take a sauna at least once a week. 99%
of what?
Of Finnish people in
Oh,
Finland.
I knew that, actually.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The word school comes from the ancient Greek for free time. Huh. Interesting. And we've got room for one more fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
It is only possible to dream about faces you've actually seen in real life. I already knew that. So if you ever dream about somebody, you have seen that person somewhere before. Yeah, there you go. It's kind of creepy when you think about it. That is several fun facts that we now know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by mintervention.com. Heidi, here's your question. When women were asked to use one word to describe their spouse or partner, this was the number one answer. What was it?
Funny.
Oh, I thought maybe you'd say dreamboat. Hunk. Hunk a burning love. That's more than a word I understand, but I would have given you credit. No, the answer is messy, which after hearing that, doesn't that really kind of fit default for me anyway? Yeah. Right now, Heidi's side of the studio is pristine and clean. You could eat food off the floor. My side of the studio has food on the floor.
Usually.
It is a big mess. No, I actually just dropped some over here. So I got to pick that up. That is the Mint Mobile question of the day. Comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. The first ever Zoom bride has now become the first ever Zoom divorcee. 26-year-old Britt Alice Reeves has revealed that she split from her American husband, 24-year-old Darren Martin, 3 months after making the history marrying over a webcam. They still have not ever met in person.
Oh, well, surprise, surprise, that didn't work out.
The two first connected over the internet in 2020, July of 2020, during the height of the pandemic. Due to travel restrictions, they never ever had a chance to meet in person. But their love only grew stronger, they say. With Martin getting down on bended knee via video in 2021, a year after they first started chatting, to propose. Alas, she told a reporter this week that in spite of her efforts to make things work, she has filed for an annulment after it turns out she couldn't trust Martin, saying, "It wasn't the fairy tale ending I had hoped for." Okay, well then. I don't know what to expect. I don't know where that should have gone. It's just bizarre. That's why it's today's Weird News, brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. Time now for the list, brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Little white lies you tell your kids. Heidi, you have to think now if maybe we have some to add to this, but here we go. I don't know where your candy went. Meanwhile, I have wrappers poking out of my pocket. Another little white lie you tell your kids. Don't swallow the seeds. You'll grow a watermelon in your belly.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing that.
Another one. I'll think about it. Yeah, that's a little white lie. You already know the answer. It's not going to happen. They don't make batteries for that toy anymore. Oh, I never heard of that.
I did hear that. I've done that, actually.
The ice cream man plays music when he's all out of ice cream. Oh, man. That's another great one. I didn't know that.
Just mean.
That really is. Sorry, I'd love to get that, but I only have $5. See, for me, that's not a lie. I only have $5. Your face will freeze like that. That's a little white lie you tell your kids.
I remember hearing that one.
It's grape juice for adults. Yeah, so it's really like a margarita or something. You'll understand when you're older. I don't think that's a white lie. I think they will understand when you're older.
I agree.
And the final little white lie you tell your kids, your mom and I were just wrestling. Okay.
What about coffee will stunt your growth?
Oh, yeah, that's another one I've heard. The list brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Here's the quote from Claire Belcher from Steel Magnolias. Second Steel Magnolias quote. So I think maybe the other one jogged somebody's memory. They're like, oh, no, here's a better quote. Here it is anyway. Well, you know what they say. If you don't have anything nice to say about anybody, come sit by me. I think that's pretty cute. All right. It's your quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. I think this is really kind of an interesting idea. Virginia law bans police arrests and ticket quotas. So let me explain what this is. Drivers in Virginia no longer have to worry about whether a police officer is pulling them over to make a monthly quota. So at one point, apparently that was a thing. Governor Glenn Youngkin signed a bill it's supposed to help improve community relations between the police and public.
Yeah.
So apparently they had a certain number of tickets that they were supposed to write.
Right, every month.
Yeah.
You hear about that.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I don't know that that's really true in a lot of places, but apparently it really was true there. They're saying this is an effort by numerous groups and people who they say there should be no quota, formal or informal.
Right.
You should just, give people a ticket if they've done something wrong, but if they haven't, then don't. It was unclear how many police departments in the state of Virginia actually use a ticket quota system prior to the passage of the new law banning the practice. Oh, so we don't even know if this affected anybody. So there could literally have been 0 people that were already doing this. They don't know. Wouldn't you think before pushing a bill through, you'd want to know how many people this is really going to affect?
You would think.
You'd think, but that's not quite what happened here. Former police officer, Radford professor Dr. Todd Burke, agrees the bill could help improve community relations. He said officers do not like quotas. They don't like to be pitted against one another, and it's not an effective measure for police performance. Legislation received unanimous bipartisan support, and it says it's something that not only brought the parties together, but also is going to bring a bunch of organizations together as well. And the police departments are actually kind of happy about it too. So it sounds like everybody's happy about this.
Everybody's happy.
I remember when I was a little boy, my dad was a police officer, and there was...
Did he have quotas?
No, well, he wasn't giving enough tickets, so they got in trouble for not giving enough tickets. And then within a month, all of the city councilors and the mayor had gotten tickets. And they said, sorry, we're supposed to be writing more tickets.
Right.
I thought that was really funny.
That is pretty funny.
All right, time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to The John and Heidi Show.